I'll talk to you a little. And Jane's actually become a pretty good friend over the last decade. I've worked with her on many. This is a woman who cares, and she cares about community, and she knows what's at stake. We didn't ask her to come to Michigan. She said she wanted to come to Michigan because she knows it's a battleground state. And tonight she's going to be helping a number of the frontline state legislative candidates raise money. So let me talk. I'm trying desperately to be Debbie determined and not Debbie Downer. You know, somebody asked me, I'm not going to not tell the truth. I've never bullshitted you, and I'm never going to start now. When you come in this headquarters, the energy, the volunteers, the doors that are being done, not that I'm competitive, but we are doing more doors than anybody in the state, more voter contact than anybody in the state, thanks to all of you. And that's important because, you know, in 2016, nobody believed me. And I'm going to tell you, there is a different feel right now. And if I just came in here, I'd never be worried, to tell you the truth. But we are still we're closer than we should be. We are competitive as a state. When this district got redistricted, in 2022, the 6th district had more Democratic votes than any other district in the state. In the presidential primary, we had more Biden votes than any district in the state, more uncommitted votes than anybody in the state, and we had more Democratic votes in the primary, the Democratic primary. So what does that mean? We've got the votes, and we got to turn them out. Especially, we have to, but we also, after we do, I don't know where Parker went, I don't want to get in trouble. We got to do every door, every voter. We got to turn people out. We got to make sure that no precinct leaves 2 votes behind, but that we, you know, intensify and do more and more and more. Because we will do our part and we will deliver. But there are other people that need our help. The control of the House of Representatives, which is good for when Kamala becomes president, which she's going to. We are going to have a chamber she can work with in the House and the Senate. We have 4 seats in Michigan that can determine whether we win the House or not. People don't, everybody says New York, New York, New York, Michigan, Michigan, Michigan. I think Hillary, we got to worry about Grand Rapids and Hillary, but Curtis Hertel's seat to replace Aliska Slotkin, Kristen McDonald-Ribbett, those seats are tight. And we're going to win those seats. We will not give them up to Republicans in any way. We cannot lose those seats. And we particularly border Curtis's seat. But, you know, where's Donald Trump going tomorrow? He's going to Flint. And we're not going to let him gain an ounce over there. Yeah. He plays to people's fear. He plays to people's anxiety. He divides us with hate and fear. You know what? I am sorry there was a second assassination attempt yesterday. This violence has to stop, period. We got to stand up for hate and violence. But we also need to understand who and what he is and how much he is contributing to it. He has not said he'll accept election results. He will not condemn some of the violence we've been seeing. And J.D. Vance defended his lying yesterday that has caused violence in Ohio. Not okay. And that's what we have to remind people of. That's who these people are. I don't want to go back to that. You guys know, Donald Trump doesn't like me. And I do. But I wish he didn't know my name. Because when he knows your name, it's not pleasant. But, you know, and we got to bring people together here in our community, too. I believe, I'm probably going to get in trouble, but I've been saying it and I've said it on TV, that I think there are outsiders trying to cause problems here. I think they're trying to pit us, and we're not going to let them do it. I don't care who you are, where you come from. We are going to stand up to this hate and this division that people are trying to cause, and make sure they know it's not us, it's not our community, it's not who we are, period. And we're trying to get an interfaith group together to stand up to some of the stuff you've been seeing on that. And we have to keep control of the state legislature.
Yeah.
Carrie needs you. We're going to bring her back. She's going to be there. But we have more of those frontline state legislative seats in this congressional district than anybody else. And Jennifer Conlon, who's got part of Ann Arbor, she's had some pretty ugly conversations. She's got the weirdest district. Mine's interesting. I mean, she goes up to Howell and the Nazis, and yeah, she does. And she's had some pretty horrific conversations up there, and people, you know, we got to get Jennifer reelected. Reggie Miller, we got to get reelected. We got to get Jamie Churches downriver, and downriver is downriver. The same downriver I worried about in 2016. It's there. But we're going to take the people and we're going to tell them why they can't vote for Donald Trump, why they shouldn't want to vote for Donald Trump, and have those personal conversations. Those make the difference. So I'm not going to tell people everything's okay, but I am. At this point in 2016, I knew Donald Trump was going to win. Everybody thought it was crazy. Now, you may think I'm crazy, but I know right now, if we keep doing what we're going to do, Kamala Harris will win this state. Gotta do the work, and I'm the luckiest person in the world to have all of you, and I think this is the most active. Am I right, Parker? Are we the most active site in the state? Kim? Parker goes.
Our region knocks 20% of the doors in the state, so.
25% of the doors in this state. So I'm the luckiest person in the world to have all of you. But it's us. It's on us. We can't deliver the House, but we can deliver the presidency and the Senate. Alyssa, it's going to get ugly. We cannot let them take that Senate seat back. Ever. So we got a lot of work to do. So we're still killing time because I'll answer questions.
So with the events this weekend, I was wondering, when is Donald Trump going to pay his fair share of the security of his own golf courses?
Well, I wonder that too. And I think it's very important that we be very careful in how I know there were a lot of people who had some secret wishes. We shouldn't say that. I mean, Elon Musk was totally inappropriate this weekend. Totally inappropriate. Finally took it down. Like, why aren't they trying to kill Harris? This is true. Well, it's unacceptable. We will not stand up for that either side. But right now, we just want to make sure that he is safe. Because I want you all to know that I worry if something happens to him, we'll have civil war. So we want him to be safe, and we don't want ill feelings towards anybody. That's right. And we'll ask those questions next. Is Jane here? Yes. Woo! Hi, Jane. I can't see you.
So welcome to Miss Jane Fonda.
Am I late?
I was killing time till you got here. But I told him how great you were, what good friends we've become, how many issues you cared about, and that I didn't invite you to Ann Arbor. You wanted to come to a battleground state because you knew we have to deliver Michigan. And everybody here is going to tell you we're going to deliver.
I'm just so happy to see you all. Thank you for wanting to do this. Because how many of you have canvassed a lot?
That's great. We have the best.
They're
responsible for 25% of the voter contact in the state.
Really?
This office.
Wow. I'm impressed. You know, spread the word about how, first of all, how kind of fun it is.
Yes.
And I remember the first time I ever canvassed, it was for my Michigander husband, Tom Hayden. Michigan. co-wrote the Port Huron statement. And why did I talk about Tom? I canvassed for him, and I thought, you know, a couple of minutes on the porch, what can you learn? I learned so much talking to people, finding out what they thought, what they cared about. And I think especially in the middle part of the country, people want to be heard.
Yeah.
They want to talk about what they need and what they feel. And what an opportunity you all have. And since you've all done it so much, so, you know, what I am, basically it's not easy for me personally to knock on doors of people I don't know and talk to them. I find it difficult, and I get very, very nervous. And so one of the first things I say is, I'm very nervous. This is hard for me. But why I'm here is so important, that I'm overcoming my nervousness to do this. We absolutely have to elect Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. I don't need to tell you all why. I mean, I'm a climate activist, and I focus on that a lot. I have young kids in college who may not vote, may vote for a third-party candidate. And so what I say is, if you sit it out or you vote for a third-party candidate, you're voting for fascism.
Yes.
You're voting for project. You're voting for, again, I'm going to speak from a climate perspective. He's made it very clear, drill baby drill. He had all the CEOs of the big oil companies come to Mar-a-Lago, and you know what he said to them? Give me $1 billion and I will do away with all the regulations. Okay. They hate regulations, those people. They hate them. It's our lives we're fighting for.
That's right.
Regulations. I mean, I have been all over this country, but especially Texas and Louisiana, Colorado, Commerce City in Colorado. And I'm told Benton Harbor, places here, people are dying because of industry, PFAS, forever chemicals, petrochemical industry, fossil fuel. 8 million people, according to the World Health Organization, die every year from fossil fuel related air pollution globally. I mean, this is also a massive health crisis that we're facing. It's not just the climate, it's our health. They're killing us, and we're paying them to do it.
Yeah.
And it's going to get worse. It's going to get impossible. We lose if he gets elected. It's not just 4 years. We can't lose 4 years. Yeah. We have to cut our emissions in half by 2030. We're going in the wrong direction. And we're going to be galloping in the wrong direction if Trump gets elected. We cannot allow that to happen. And I don't know what issue you focus on when you knock on doors, but this is the one. I mean, there's so many issues: democracy, choice, equality, and so forth. But climate, you know, it's not like, oh God, he won and now we have 4 years, but then after that we get no. It'll be too late. And so, what I'm carrying inside me is we have to. No holds barred, it doesn't matter. I say to my young people, nobody's perfect. No candidate is perfect. No husband or wife is perfect. You're not marrying her. Although, I could think of worse people to marry. No, you're not marrying her. You're making a pragmatic choice. And if Walz and Harris win, you have a voice. If the orange man wins, no voice. And young people really care about that. And she's good on the issues. She cares about people. She's not going to be a corporate president. We have to get her elected, and then we have to organize like him. It ain't over when we do the election.
That's right.
So we don't criticize now. We don't say, oh, but I wish you, get her elected, and then organize.
Yeah.
We have to do a lot very, very fast. We don't have a lot of time. So this is just the beginning. Okay, I hope I can come back here. We will have won. I heard that even the cherries are being affected by the climate crisis. And the waterways and the lakes and the streets. I mean, we're not going to let that happen. Okay, and I'm going to go do it too. I'm going to be knocking on doors. I got all made up. I wanted to be pretty for you, so you probably know who I am. But most of the time when I canvass, they have no idea. If somebody shows up that you're not expecting in a place that they don't know. So I really get the truth. I said people really talk to me. It's so fun. It's pretty fun when they do know what I am. Not always so friendly. But anyway, we're going to do it.
If you want to go in the photo line around this wall, we'll get a quick moment and then kind of follow you out along